No, okay, great. So yin yoga it's actually amazing. It's whatever preconceived ideas you have about what yoga is, you can let those go. Because yoga, yin yoga specifically, is really about the rest and recovery physical practice of yoga. So when we practice the physical elements of yoga, we call it an asana. And yin in itself is very much about taking your time, listening to what's going on in the body, and allowing the body that time and that space to open deep into the structural integrity of the fascia in the body. So we hold the poses, it depends on different teachers, but the yin, we hold the poses for 3, 5, sometimes 8 minutes, but it's not active. So it's before you think, oh no, I've got to hold a pose for 8 minutes. It's really floor-based, and it's very much about not taking you to your edge or anything like that. It's just allowing that body, the time to open. It's like when you wake up in the morning and you try to, reach your toes, and you're nowhere near where you might have been by the end of the day. And then if you're just in that forward fold, and after some time, you just notice the body just naturally starts to open. So the yin is not only about giving yourself the time to open, but it's about starting to listen to what's going on in the head, like what's your narrative. So as we start to break open and stretch out and release the energy in the body, what happens in here? What are you saying to yourself? What's your narrative? Oh, this is frustrating, or I'm bored, or I want to move, or I don't like this. And it's about listening to the discomfort that's going on and recognizing that it's actually a friend, it's not an enemy, and it's really helping you move through something in the body. It's finding, with everything in life, the chaos of the yang of life, we're looking for that balance, the yin, the restorative element. So, that said, the other thing I want to say is that when we go into pose, so unlike when you've done a physical practice of yoga and you're going full throttle, you're not. If you're doing a forward fold, we go in at like 50%, if that, and then the body just opens more. And if you find that space, which you will, even if it's just energetically and you're thinking about finding this space, allow it. So you're not forcing anything. So what I do is we'll do an hour session. I'm guiding you through most of it. There'll be moments of silence. I'll have the music playing. So if I go quiet for a period of time, it's just be in that silence and notice again what's happening. I always return to your breath. Okay. So we're going to start off on our backs. Get your bolster. Props are a big thing in yin. They're all our friends, so we use as many as we possibly can. I'd have blankets and more pillows and everything if I could. So you want to place the base of your spine just at the end of your your bolster, sorry. You can grab your 2 blocks actually whilst you're at it, and if you want, you can place them under your thighs. So I'm just going to demonstrate. You're just going to lie down on your back. Keep the sit bones rooted. Open your legs up wide. I quite like placing the blocks underneath my thighs to alleviate any pressure on the back. If you prefer not, you're welcome to extend the legs long. If you want even more, you can actually place the soles of the feet together. This can be quite strong on the hips. So again, we're not looking to we're not chasing sensation here. So if you do have your feet together, you can just have a nice wide gap in your legs. And you're gonna rest your back down, your head down. You're gonna open your palms up towards the ceiling. The arms are by your side. And just really allowing the front line of the body to open. Softening your eyes down. And just arriving on your mat. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And just really arriving in the space. Feeling yourself supported by the mat. Feeling the weight of your body. Feeling the opening of your chest and really starting to lengthen and deepen into your breath right now. Breathing all the way down to your belly, nice and slowly. Pausing at the top. Long exhalation. Using your breath to anchor you down. Drawing in your intention for the class right now. I always like to invite in a word or a phrase or something into the class to ground you down. And today I want to focus on surrendering and trust. Surrendering to your mat and to your practice and to whatever comes up, trusting that everything is as it should be. Trusting the process of anything that might come up along the way. And knowing that surrendering isn't weakness, it isn't giving up. It is linked to trust. It's linked to knowing that you're in the now and everything is perfect. So you don't need to think about what's coming next. You don't need to think about what's happened. We're just here breathing, drawing awareness into our bodies, releasing anything stuck, and tuning in to our narrative, both in the mind and in our heart, creating that coherence. Invite into your heart now maybe an intention for what can you let go of and what can you surrender to. An intention that you can not only keep with you on the mat, but take off the mat and move forward through in life. It's inevitable that we tend to hold on to things that maybe don't serve us because of comfort, familiarity. But as I said earlier, knowing that the discomfort in our lives is there as a teacher. So you can transform that perspective. Take a deep breath in, seal that in. Let it go through the mouth. You can draw your hands by the side of your thighs, and just draw the knees together if you have the blocks underneath you, and just place them to the side. Taking your strap in both hands, extending the legs out long, and taking the arms up above your head with the strap, just opening up the front line of the body. You can zip the legs together if you like. So there's no tension in the arms. There's just the sort of opposing pull of your left hand and your right hand on the strap. You're not activating into the legs, you're not pointing and flexing. You're just letting the weight of gravity draw your biceps down. Maybe there's a bend in the elbows, maybe not. Really just allowing some space to be created in the front line of the body. Always coming back to the breath. Always coming back to your heart space, softening. Notice if you're holding anywhere but the grip of your hands, if you're holding in the shoulders, if you're holding in the armpits, maybe in the face. Can you soften your eyebrows, your eye sockets, maybe your jaw? Soften your mind. Inhale, slowly draw the arms down by your side. Keep the strap in one hand. Come onto your elbows. Just bend your knees just to come off the bolster. And you're just going to move the bolster to the side. We're going to come back onto our backs. So you can just press it to the side, out of the way. Come down onto your backs. Make sure you're in the center of your mat. Keeping the strap in your right hand, draw the right knee in towards your chest and interlace your hands on your right shin. Just letting gravity do its thing with the arms. You're not actively pulling the knee in, you're just letting the weight of your arms draw that knee into the center line or into the right armpit. And then when you're ready, you're going to get your strap, lift your head and shoulders off the mat, take the strap in both hands. I've looped the straps for you. You might need to change the length of the strap depending on your range of motion. And take the strap on the center line of the arch of the right foot. And you're going to take the strap around the back of your head. So you're going to wrap the strap around the base of your head as if you were wearing them like a pair of goggles. And you're going to release the strap Release your hands down off the strap by your side, palms facing up. Or if you like, you can extend the arms wide with the palm facing up towards the ceiling. Just hold here for a moment, feeling into this. And then when you're ready, you can extend into your right leg. So you're going to feel a really nice sort of push-pull from the foot to the strap. There should be no shaking in the leg. If you're not really feeling anything, you can shorten your strap. If you're feeling quite a lot, lengthen it. You should feel a really nice stretch in the back of the neck here. So the shoulders are away from the ears. Closing your eyes down if you like. And just allowing the back of the hamstrings and the calf to open up. Breathing deeply into this stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Drop the shoulders. Yin is this beautiful silent practice that fills in the space in between the notes. In the stillness, it allows us to listen to how the body is whispering to us and how it's sort of excavating like an archaeologist all these deep secrets in the body. You can start to take the right leg over to the right side, maybe just a couple of inches or a foot, maybe more, and you can gently gesture your right ear towards your right shoulder if that's comfortable on your neck. If your arms are down by your side, extend the arms wide. This is going to help with balance so that you're not activating to the leg. So you're going to feel a really lovely stretch here down the side of the neck, maybe in the inner thigh, and just take it as far as you feel comfortable. Letting that left shoulder drop down. And the only tension should be on the strap itself, not in the body. So if you're finding that there's anything there, any sensations, use your breath. Use your breath to alchemize anything coming up. And exhale, you can release through the mouth. Inhale, activating the leg just to return to center, drawing the head into the center line of the body too. Press a little bit into the strap with your foot to lengthen the back of the neck and the head away from the shoulders just for a moment. And then exhale, drop the head down, letting the weight of your head and gravity of this thing, maybe finding a little bit more space in the back of the right hamstring. Then we're going to take the right leg over to the left hand side, allowing the left ear to drop over to the left shoulder if you wish. And again, maybe you just move slightly, a couple of inches, maybe you stay there, maybe a foot, maybe more. Starting to feel a deep stretch in the outer right hip, maybe down the IT band. Drawing that right shoulder down. Long, deep breaths. Allowing the rhythm of your breath to flow like the rhythm of life, like the currents in the ocean, like the waves on the shore. And staying present with your intention, staying present with your breath, using that breath to always bring you back No matter what, the mind will always wander. It's inevitable. We have 60, 70,000 thoughts a day. So just be mindful of when it wanders and bring it back. Without the judgment, without the story, just notice and come back. Inhale, come up to the center, nice and slowly. Bend into your right knee first, lift the head and shoulders up like by activating. Take the strap in each hand, remove the strap from the back of your head and shoulders come down. Take the strap off the foot and keep it to the side for the second side. Just draw the knee into the chest one more time. Roll out your ankle, wiggle your right toes, point and flex, whatever you need. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Coming into half happy baby, taking the sole, the right hand on the outside of the blade of the right foot, flexing your foot up to the ceiling. If your foot is not accessible with your hand, you can use the strap again, if you prefer. So drawing the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And you can bend into that extended leg if that's better on your hips. So taking the knee wide. Yes, there we go. Okay. So you want to feel an opening in the inner thigh. Just bend this knee. I think it's going to bend this knee. Bend it. It's going to be better for you. And take your knee over to the side more. There we go. Soften the face, soften the jaw. Grabbing the outer blade of the foot. Yes. Outer blade. Outer blade. Yes. Outer blade. Outer blade. If that's too much, you can use the strap, okay? Soften the shoulders down, soften the jaw. Be in the body and listen to what's happening as we start to open up in the hips. The hips contain a lot of energy, a lot of stuck stuff happens around there. Notoriously also the shoulders, and the hips are close to our root chakra. It's where our primal energy center is. So it's our fears, our frustration. So it's very normal when we do these kind of exercises to start to feel that. It's normal to feel boredom, it's normal to feel agitated. So just listen to that if that is coming up for you. Slowly release. Draw that right leg down, extend it long. Taking your strap for the other side. Bending the left knee, interlacing your hands on your left shin, and just drawing that left knee into the left armpit. Just using the weight of your arms without activating. You can roll out that left ankle, wiggle the toes, point and flex if you like, if that's what you feel that your body needs. And then taking the strap in both hands, lifting the head and shoulders up, taking the strap on the center line of the left foot. And as before, taking the back of the strap around the back of the head, around where the sort of mask or goggles line would be. Letting go of the strap and letting your arms come by your side, palms facing up. And just leaving it here for a moment, just to allow the body to settle into, and you know what's coming. So just be in this posture. We never have to worry about what the next posture is because we're already in the posture. So just be in that. And then when you're ready, you can start to extend that left leg. Again, you should feel a really nice stretch in the back of the neck here. Really nice stretch for the back of the left hamstring. And this is where you start to maybe notice things in the body in a different way. As I've said before, we're not symmetrical. There's always going to be a side that's slightly more flexible or slightly stronger. And so as we move over and mirror each side, that's the opportunity to start to notice and fine-tune the body. And that's why we do things like yoga, particularly yin, because it gives us the time to really be present. And rather than noticing, okay, I have a good side and a bad side, we have a good side and we have what I like to call a character building side, which is really like when you notice that side needs some more love, that's where you come from in that space. That's where how you talk to yourself, and you say, okay, well, this side perhaps needs a bit more love because it's not as strong or it's not as flexible. So changing that perspective, changing that attention and changing that narrative changes the physical reality of the vibrations of your body. And that's where you come into coherence with what's going on inside of you. Because it's so easy to say, I'm not good enough at this, I can't do this. You know, they've done studies to show that, you know, if people are practicing a sport and they give themselves a hard time, they're less likely to succeed in that than they are if they go, okay, well, I fell and now I'm going to get up. You know, the growth comes from how you interpret the falls, not the falls themselves. It's how you grow through it instead of go through it. Opening up your arms nice and wide if they aren't already for support. And we're going to gradually start to take the left foot over to the left side, gesturing the left ear towards the left shoulder. Maybe a few centimeters, inches, feet, maybe all the way. Again, we're not pushing to go anywhere, so just meet yourself where you're at. Always coming back to the breath. Exhale. Yin is just always inviting us to slow down, to meet ourselves exactly where we are. Inhale, come back to the center. Move slowly. Always be mindful on the neck when we do movements like this. And now gradually taking that left leg over to the right, nice and slowly, to whatever degree you feel comfortable with without forcing. And the right ear can gesture towards the right shoulder. If you prefer, you can always just keep the head steady. I always say with these classes that, you know, I might be guiding you through this, but you are your own teacher. I don't know what's going on in your body, and we're all different shapes, sizes, experiences. So it's really up to you. You're your own master to really listen to how you're responding and to what feels good for you. Sometimes there's some discomfort in yin, and that's okay. There should never be pain. So if there's ever pain, then you've gone too far. But again, it's just on the edge of that discomfort. And that's really where the magic happens. One more deep breath in. Everyone exhale through the mouth. Inhale to the center, nice and slowly. Taking the strap in both hands, activate into your head and shoulders to remove the strap from the back of the head. Drop the head and shoulders down, bend the knee, remove your strap. And then coming into half happy baby on the other side. So if you have a tight hip flexors, you can bend that right knee. You're going to take the left knee nice and wide, sole of the left foot comes up, grabbing the outer blade of that foot with your left hand. And again, if you feel that that's not really something that you're comfortable with, you can take the strap, place both ends of the strap in the left hand, and take the knee wide. So it's about creating space in the inner groin and inner thigh. So find what's good for you. Ensuring that your head and your shoulders are really relaxing. So notice if you're holding anywhere. I invite you all to turn your other hand with the palm facing up in a nice receiving gesture. And the foot is facing up towards the ceiling. Yeah. Just pausing here. Knowing that these pauses are not empty, they're full of information. And in this day and age, it's so challenging for us to be able to just pause, to be in the stillness. We're indoctrinated into being distracted at every moment. The body loves and the brain loves to be distracted. But when you find stillness, you move into your heart space, into your truth, into your inner light. And each moment of stillness is this doorway into awareness. Slowly release your foot or your strap. Place the feet wide on the mat with the knees bent. And just windscreen wiper your knees slowly side to side. Whenever we do these postures, it's nice to have just a moment in between just to release anything. And it's inevitable sometimes you'll have some sensitivity. So just always be gentle as we transition into the next. And draw the knees into the chest nice and wide. And you can rock side to side here, releasing in the back. And then slowly rolling up onto your sit bones, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, you can make a nice wide diamond. So lots of options here. Getting our props, if you like, you can place your bolster in between your thighs, your legs. If you want, you can have the feet wider so the bolster sits. You can even get your block. So we're coming into a forward fold here, and it's really restorative. So it's not like in our other classes where we're lengthening the spine and we're drawing the heart forward. We're going to be rounding and just really surrendering into that position. So wherever you are, you can have your bolster there, your block. So I just like to offer lots of options, and you find what's right for you. But either way, it would be great if you could have your head resting on something. Maybe that means layering up, and that's so fine. So just taking a moment, pressing the sit bones down, maybe close your eyes, soften your shoulders, inhale. And when you're ready, you can start to tuck the chin and start to roll the head down. Going as far as you feel comfortable. Maybe it's just a few inches. Maybe you're all the way to the ground. Again, just remembering that it doesn't matter what you look like. The intention is what's going on inside. And your feet can be as wide, the diamond shape can be as wide as you like or close to your groin. It doesn't matter again. Soften your facial features. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. So just noticing if you're holding the shoulders. Now, the reason I really like to have our forehead, our third eye, grounding onto a block is because you feel that support. You feel yourself being held, as we are always held in life. The universe is always there to catch us when we fall. So just know that you are always held and you are always seen and you do always matter. Even if sometimes it doesn't feel like you are. The fact that you are alive means that you matter. hips unravel. Release the tongue and the jaw. Getting deep into the hips, deep into the fascia. Deep into the intelligence system of the body. Slowly come up, use your hands if you like. Remove your bolster, your block, whatever you had. We're going to come into a wide-legged seated position. So you might want to use your hands underneath your thighs just to extend your legs open. And you're not trying to get them as wide as possible, just comfortable. If you want, you can take your bolster or your block again. Maybe you want to place the blocks on either side of your left leg. We'll do the left leg first. Sometimes what people like to do, it's kind of nice, you kind of use your, it's quite funny, like a little security pillow. So you kind of like to fold it up. And if you are doing this, I'm just going to give you options, you choose what's right for you. Just be mindful of holding it, so rather it's nice to like just lock out your fingers so you're not actually gripping, and that lock is the activation. And then you can just rest the head down. If you feel like you have more space, then you can extend forward. So again, we're rounding the spine and you can go straight into it. You don't need to flex or point the toes. So again, another really great stretch for the lower back. But just moving a little bit more into the side body now. Again, just softening your shoulders. Just shows us that the magic happens not necessarily in the movement, but in the stillness and the waiting. In itself, it's its own form of meditation. It teaches you patience. I feel like yin is such a character building activity. I don't know if activity is the right word, but especially if you are from a background or a lifestyle of go, 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 it's a hurdle to sit, and that's okay. I think I spoke to some of you guys about this before, where we're in a lifestyle now where like rest, we think we're being lazy if we're resting, which is insane. Because rest is so important. Yes, be active, great, look after your body, but rest, sleep, meditation, breathing, this stuff is so important. This is the yin of your life. The balance is so important. You can slowly start to come up. And you're going to move your very light block over to the right leg. If you have, bolster, I should say. If you wanted to use the blocks as well, you can, of course. So maneuver it there. Just find, lengthen out your spine to the center first, then twist over the right leg. And then if you want to fold your little security blanket, you can. Security cushion, sorry. Whatever you want to do. You're squaring off your shoulders. You're Crown of your head can come down, your chin is tucked, you can round the spine. Finding the sense of awareness and presence. Return to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. In the silence of the body in the practice of yin, we start to become more fluent in the language of energy. And your breath just becomes this bridge between your inner and your outer worlds. You can always use it as that connection, that lifeline. So breathe in that awareness. Remember your intention, that surrender, that trust. What can you let go of? Exhale. Use that breath to scan the emotional landscape of the body. As the body softens and opens, as we stay here longer in the postures, the energy starts to flow where it was once being held or stuck. And that's where we tend to feel emotion, because energy in motion is emotion. Energy in motion is, yeah, so right. Slowly start to come up, placing your blocks to the side, and then your bolster delicately. Just before you move, so just take your hands on the outside of your thighs and bend the knees. You'll have some sensitivity most likely here. You can take your hands behind you with the palms facing towards the front, and you're going to take your knees over to the left-hand side, taking the legs into a 90-90 position. Taking your hands behind you and just rotating to the back of the room. You might feel a really nice release in the lower back there. Inhale to the center. Draw the knees to the center, facing to the front of the room. And then exhaling, just twisting over to the right side, taking the hands behind you again. That should feel really, really nice. Finding length in the spine and softening the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to the center, but keep the legs as they are. We're going to come into a deer pose. So, turning over your left shin, so facing over your left shin, rotate your hips. Left shin, left shin, left shin. Myra, yeah, I was like, left. Right shin, so face towards me. Rotate your hips to face me. Yeah, so you're facing into the right shin. That's correct, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. Okay, and then we're gonna face towards over your right shin and start to lean forward. So it's kind of like a deer pose, modified pigeon. And again, you can take your blocks in front of you if you like, or your bolster. The bolster's, I guess, a little bit more forgiving on the forehead. And then you're gonna melt your torso down in front of you. You can extend the arms, or you can place the forearms down on the block or the bolster. And just melt yourself down to whatever degree that you feel comfortable. My main thing is just asking you if you are able to have your head resting on something. You can Breathing deeply. Just allowing gravity to do its thing here. And know that the body and the fascia remembers everything. It's always got a story to tell. From the moment we're born, we're taking on everything around us. And as human beings, we sort of process things maybe in our heart, and we process things in our mind. But the fascia can store that stuff. So doing things like yin and deep stretching in general, having body therapy, that kind of stuff, allows you to release the stories in the body that doesn't serve us anymore. A few more deep breaths. Use your hands to slowly come up. We're going to go over to the other side, so you can take your blocks with you if you need them. So taking the hands behind you for support and just gently drawing the knees into the center, nice and slow. And then exhaling over to the left, turning your torso towards the front of your left shin. So just check, obviously when you do this, just make sure it's normal for the legs. So the degree of success really depends on your surrender, your degree of surrender. Everything's in motion. And your breath is like this mirror that always reflects the intensity of what you're moving through. So if you feel the body is changing and you start to shorten your breath, you can essentially, I don't like to use the word control, but you can regulate, I should say, yourself through your breath. So you can always come back to that and tap into that parasympathetic. And exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Maintaining your inner gaze, coming back to your intention. Maybe finding a new perspective throughout this class, seeing through new eyes. A few more breaths. Slowly press your hands into your bolster, your floor, whatever. Move, really mindful. You're going to have a bit of sensitivity, no doubt, in the hips. And then start to sit the hips back, extend the left leg, flex the toes towards the ceiling. You can bend the knee backwards and forwards if you like. Shift the hips. taking the left knee back, stacking it in tabletop, and then if you want, extend the left leg, coming onto the toes, shifting the weight back and forward. Maybe you want to bend the knee and lift up in sort of fire hydrant and do circles, releasing anything that you need to. Coming into our final posture. We're going to come into puppy's pose. I would say to keep the bolster in front of you, and then you'll assess yourself if you need the blocks as well. So puppy's pose. Essentially, you keep the knees and the hips stacked in one position, and it's a great opening for the front line of the body and the chest. So you're going to start to walk the hands forward. Now, I'm going to give you different options here. You can draw the heart space down and rest your forehead down on the bolster, or bolster and block. If this is not comfortable for you, you can actually, we can do left and right cheek, and you can drop the left cheek down. And then when we're halfway through, I'll let you know, and you can move to the other cheek. So again, just making sure that the hips are stacked above the knees, drawing the heart space down. You can come onto your forearms. You can drop the head on the bolster or the block. So really deep stretch for the shoulders. Just make sure your hips, your knees, and your feet are all in one line. Your toes are untucked. Melting your heart space down. They actually call it puppy's pose in more vinyasa style, and they call it heart melter in yin. It's the same thing. Such a good shoulder stretch. I mean, how many years for some of us have we been gathering tension in our shoulders, whether we're sat at a desk or on our phones? So in that same way, you know, doing these things, they take time. You know, we don't go to the gym once and we're super fit, right? So doing these kind of things regularly is, I promise you, life-changing. If you have your cheek on one side, swap over to the other. Move mindfully and just be careful of your neck. Again, just taking our time. You know, we're always in a rush, aren't we, as human beings? Always wanting that next thing. You look at Mother Nature, you look at Pachamama, and she gets everything done and she's never in a hurry. And there's something so beautifully poetic in that, and something we can definitely learn from that. It's okay, in fact it's better than okay, it's amazing and beautiful to slow down. One final deep breath in. Let it out, exhale. Draw your hands slowly towards you in order to press yourself up. And you're going to come down onto your bum and extend the legs out in front of you. Placing the bolster underneath your, between your back of your knees and your thighs. Coming down onto your backs. Coming into your Shavasana, rolling down nice and slowly. So having the bolster sort of positioned just under your glutes, sort of under your thighs, is a really great way if you have any lower back sensitivity, just to alleviate that. Place your arms down by your side with the palms facing up. Slight drawing together of the shoulder blades, find length in the back of the neck. Take up space, close your eyes. Rest. And I want us all to collectively take a nice long deep inhale together now for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Sip a bit more air. Sip a bit more air. Exhale through the mouth. Now, with intention, coming back to our words for the start of the class, surrender and trust. Intentionally breathe in, surrender and trust, knowing that there's something, anything that you can probably let go of right now in your life that you don't need, that is holding you back, that doesn't serve you. Let it go. Slowly coming back into your bodies, drawing your attention all the way down your arms, your hands, your fingers, maybe wiggling your fingers, wiggling your feet, your toes, maybe taking your arms up above your head and give yourself a nice big stretch. And then gently rolling over onto your right side. Keeping your eyes closed if you can, just to maintain your energy and the energy of the class. And then gently making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Inviting you to have your hands at your heart center. Feeling your sit bones rooting you down into the ground, into the earth, like roots of a tree. Feeling the trunk of your tree, the energy in your spine, all the way out the crown of your head. Feel those beautiful branches of energy coming out of you, flourishing, expanding into the ether. And feel the connection to your body and your breath. Maybe you feel your heart beating against your thumbs. Feel the sweat on your skin or the breeze. Feel how alive you really are in this moment. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you today. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.